Sheree J. Wilson has gained worldwide recognition, starring in two enormously popular long-running television series. Appearing in the hit series Dallas for 5 seasons, playing opposite Patrick Duffy, and then for the entire 8-year run of Walker, Texas Ranger opposite Chuck Norris. Currently, Ms. Wilson has starred and produced 2 feature films, Easy Rider, The Ride Back, a prequel to the cult favorite movie Easy Rider, and The Gundown. She also co-produced a zombie-slash-comedy called Dug Up. While studying for her degree in fashion merchandising and business, Sheree secretly vied for a career in show business. As with many actors, that lucky break came shortly after graduation in 1981 while working in Denver on a fashion shoot. One of the photographers thought Sheree was the model and introduced her to Vicky Light, head of the Light Company. Vicky in turn introduced her to Wilhelmina, the modeling agency from New York, who signed her on the spot. Sheree promptly moved to Manhattan, and within 18 months, had appeared in over 30 commercial campaigns for Clairol, Seabreeze, Kerry Lotion, and Maybelline. Her print work ran in such popular magazines as Mademoiselle, Glamour, and Redbook. After 3 years of modeling, Sheree's agent, Vicky Light, called her with an audition in a feature film, urging her to move to Los Angeles. She won the starring role, opposite Louise Lasser, Brian James, and Reed Birney, in Crime Wave, a 1984 black comedy directed by Sam Raimi. 3 days after that film wrapped, she was cast in Velvet, an ABC/Aaron Spelling Moe/series pilot, in which she played a female James Bond character opposite Shari Belafonte. Within the next year, she had a lead with Tim Robbins in Fraternity Vacation, a summer comedy in which she played an intellectual beauty who was the object of everyone's desire. Producers began to take notice of this dynamic newcomer to Hollywood, and soon she starred in the 1985 CBS television miniseries Cain and Abel with Peter Strauss. This immediately led to Our Family Honor, a CBS drama about Irish cops versus the mafia, in which she starred with Ray Liotta, Michael Madsen, and Eli Wallach. Her career continued to grow, including News at 11 with Martin Sheen. And then, in 1986, television producer Leonard Katzman called Sheree to talk about a part he thought was tailor-made for someone with her classic beauty and sassy, fun-loving, energetic nature. The role was that of April Stevens on the CBS mega-hit series Dallas. For 5 seasons, she played a brainy, wealthy femme fatale. Her character went from being one of the most powerful women in Dallas and J.R. Ewing's nemesis, to being one of the warmest characters in town, eventually marrying Bobby Ewing, the show's ultimate good guy. Ultimately, April Stevens was gunned down during her honeymoon in Paris. Bowing out with a bang, Sheree's performance earned her the Soap Opera Digest Award for Best Death Scene. In fact, Sheree was pregnant and wanted to leave in order to fully devote herself to motherhood. At the end of 1992, she signed to do the lead female role of Alex Cahill in Walker, Texas Ranger, opposite Chuck Norris, which ran for 8 seasons. The daughter of 2 IBM executives, Sheree was born in Minnesota and moved to Colorado at the age of 7, where she learned to ride horses. Her superb equestrian skills won her first place riding cutting horses in the 1995 National Multiple Sclerosis Rodeo. Her love of horses continues to this day, as she recently rescued a retired racehorse and, in 2008, helped establish the White Bridle Humane Society, a horse rescue equine therapy nonprofit organization in Texas of which she serves as vice president. Sheree J. Wilson requested to be killed off of Dallas so she could concentrate on her family. Today, she is a content grandmother with a new partner. Sheree J. Wilson, the star of Walker, Texas Ranger, is a well-liked actress who chose to take a vacation from performing. She requested that her character be killed off while she was pregnant while Dallas was being filmed, so she could concentrate on being a mother. After her first divorce, she is now a loving grandmother and leads a lovely life with her new spouse. Sheree Julianne Wilson is an actress, businessperson, producer, and model best known for playing April Ewing in the enduringly famous series Dallas. After that, she was cast as Alex Cahill Walker on Walker, Texas Ranger, opposite fellow actor Chuck Norris. Her second significant relationship began 15 years after her first marriage, when she was a single mother of 2 boys. She wed Vince Morella, her husband at the time, in 2018. Since their marriage, Wilson and Morella have been together, and they seem to be content with their union. After they got hitched in 2018 and had been married for a year, Wilson sent a heartfelt homage to her handsome husband on social media, expressing her gratitude for having met him. "Cheers to another year, my prince. I'm in love with you, universe and all. I appreciate every second I get to spend with you." Wilson enjoys doing a variety of things in addition to being a devoted wife, one of which is horseback riding, as she does with her cowgirl character Alex from Walker, Texas Ranger. The celebrity has shared a few images of herself having a blast while riding horses with her buddies. She asserts that nothing compares to taking in the fresh air under the open sky with friends while riding lovely horses. Wilson is still reminiscent of her acting prime despite spending the majority of her time focused on her family. The actress has had a passion for horses ever since she competed in equestrian sports as a young child. For riding cutting horses, she took first place in the 1995 National Multiple Sclerosis Rodeo. She has such a deep affinity for horses that in 2008, she helped found the White Bridle Humane Organization as its vice president and saved a retired racehorse. Equine therapy with horses is the organization's area of expertise in Texas. Even though she may enjoy a variety of activities, spending time with her family and friends is one of her favorite pastimes. It seems that one of her family's most cherished holidays is Christmas. Wilson has a ton of happy family photos of them having fun and making sure everyone was there. Her gorgeous grandchildren are shown in one particular photo, smiling in coordinated Christmas pajamas. Wilson is just as loving and committed to her grandchildren as she is to her children. She relishes the opportunity to spend time with her grandchildren and does not hesitate to brag about it on social media. She and her husband once had the opportunity to watch over the adorable young girl when her youngest grandchild's parents were away attending a wedding. What a treat and blessing it was to get to spend this special time with Margot while her parents were away at a wedding in Nashville. Every moment was wonderful. The grandmother of baby Margot absolutely adores her as they spend a lot of time together. The granny and grandchild pair are usually spotted engaging in all kinds of activities. They enjoy watching movies, having supper together, and going on walks in parks. The tender images Wilson shared on her Instagram capture the closeness and affection that baby Margot shares with her grandparents as they recently celebrated Easter together. Sheree J. Wilson still thinks back on her acting days and reminisces. Wilson is still reminiscent of her acting prime, despite spending the majority of her time focused on her family. She added that she still keeps in touch well with her fellow cast members from the hit TV series Dallas and Walker, Texas Ranger. Wilson and co-star Norris get along well and grew close to one another when they were on their program. Being close, she shared how much she and the Rangers followers admire and respect him. The two initially became friends while working on the set of Hellbound in 1993, and Wilson remembers how frequently she and Norris would joke around and laugh together. She shared the following information on staying in touch with her TV family. "We try to visit each other as often as we can since we are quite close. We make an effort to meet up for lunch when someone celebrates their birthday. Despite having jobs, kids, and other responsibilities, we keep in touch, and we genuinely care about one another." Wilson was closest to Larry Hagman, who portrayed the dishonest oil tycoon Jarrett Ewing on the television series Dallas, among her Dallas family. In fact, he was a fervent supporter of efforts to get Wilson back to Dallas after she decided to depart. She claimed that Hagman and she remained friends for many years after she left and remained close even after his untimely death. When she began filming Walker, Texas Ranger, Wilson frequently spent weekends at his Malibu home because she saw him as a sort of second father. Despite her busy schedule as a devoted wife, mother, and grandmother, the Walker, Texas Ranger actress still finds time to reflect on her incredibly successful career. She still keeps in touch with her professional pals. However, there has been no news on whether she intends to return to the screen soon. Thanks for watching my video. She was pursuing a business and fashion merchandising degree prior to receiving widespread acclaim for her acting abilities. By the time the blonde stunner received her diploma, she had already made headlines when, while participating in a fashion shoot in Denver in 1981, Wilhelmina Models signed her. Wilson moved to Los Angeles after 3 years of modeling when her representative called to invite her to an audition for a forthcoming film. In the end, she was given the lead role in the movie Crime Wave. Wilson then worked to secure parts in a variety of characteristics. Soon after, Hollywood executives began to pay attention to the newcomer, and in 1985, she co-starred with Peter Strauss in Cain and Abel. Dallas and Walker, Texas Ranger are two of the most watched TV series in the world out of all the productions Wilson has worked on. Because Wilson's portrayal of April Ewing on Dallas was so excellent, the show's executive producer, Leonard Katzman, acknowledged that his biggest regret was eliminating Wilson's character. In 1991, the same year she married her ex-husband, Paul Thomas DeRabio, she became pregnant. Because she wanted to concentrate on becoming a mother, this was also her final season on the series. Wilson decided to leave the show on her own as a result. The issue is that I asked for it since I married Bobby, the character played by Patrick Duffy, while I was 7 months pregnant with my first kid. They were concentrating on my legs and other portions because I had the largest bouquet of flowers covering my abdomen, as well as a miniskirt and a low-cut top. Wilson felt that it was a good moment to leave the program, even though she was pregnant, since she thought it was getting close to its conclusion. Despite having a well-thought-out plan, she was unsuccessful in realizing her forecast that the show would terminate shortly after she left. Wilson believed she would be content with her choice after giving the filmmaker the directive to kill off her character in a dramatic manner, such as by getting shot to death while on her honeymoon. Producers of Dallas, however, restarted the program after she left. She expressed sadness for missing out on the historic event when they brought it back for a reunion special. The present state of Sheree J. Wilson's life. Following her departure from the program, Wilson gave birth to her second child with DeRabio before divorcing him in 2004. She put her acting career on hold for a while in order to focus on being a mother to her 2 boys, Nicholas and Luke.